All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning. Good evening, wherever you may be. Today is Wednesday, the 16th of March, 2025, and I want to welcome all those who are here, maybe for the very first time, maybe they are old members, maybe they are senior leaders, those pushing harder to make sure that we keep the community moving. I do hope you guys are fine. I hope that you guys had a fantastic weekend. Today is another day, guys, that moment where we meet here and we discuss some of the happenings in our community right from the admin's mouth. So if you're just coming in or if you're new, stay cool and just be very, very patient enough as the admin will be giving us some announcement. If you have been watching the blog, you realize that we have some great announcement coming up. And we are so excited to see what is going to happen this April 2025. Guys, you must stay tuned. And I believe that the admin will definitely be talking about that more today. So, that being said, Admin Scott, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thank you, Mbe. All right, welcome everybody. Sorry I'm a little bit late, but I'm getting myself situated. So let's see, where are we at today? Go ahead and share the screen and get into it. So yeah, as Mbe mentioned, we're going to be going into a little bit of detail with the SBC EDU and discuss a little bit about our upcoming uh, educators. Okay, so countdown to the end of the month. What we believe this countdown is for, not only because you want to make sure you're active by the end of this month so that you receive your SBC rewards, because inactive accounts do not receive rewards. So you want to stay active all the time. So if you skip a month and you paid for the month before and you're not active, you will miss out on your rewards because the system now only issues rewards to active accounts. So make sure that you are active, definitely before March 1st, or excuse me, April 1st, April 2nd, and April 3rd. If you expire anywhere in that window, and that's when the rewards are issued, you will miss out. So don't lose your rewards. They're very valuable. With the price of gold going up, they're extremely valuable right now. 227, it's about 127 higher than last week at this time. So that's good. Our membership is maintaining. Going down, price of SBC Gold is the adjusted price is 0.0501. And there was a purchase of SBC Gold for $40 during the last week, and that bumped our price up and is getting the SBC current price closer to the SBC adjusted price. Now, remember when the two prices align or the lower price, the adjusted price is 0.06, we will be opening SBC Gold for acceptance for SBC BO. So I know that there has not been a lot of focus on purchasing SBC Gold, but that is still one of the things that are out there that we are still working on. And, the community participation is important. And we're going to talk about three things today before we get into the SBC EDU, where we need to remember that, we do have these programs working, we do have these options going, and you should definitely be taking advantage of them if you can. The first thing is SBC Gold. So, in order for us to activate SBC Gold as a currency that we can use with inside our SBC BO, we need to get to an adjusted price of 0.06. That will enable us to start accepting SBC Gold again down to a place where the adjusted price is 0.04. And you'll see a bigger difference between those prices as we get closer, or as we get closer, as we receive more SBC Gold orders, the lower price will match the upper price, and then we'll get to a point where we can utilize it again. The key to maintaining SBC Gold for more than a couple of days being active is to continually purchase and recycle and keep that wheel moving. If we don't keep that wheel moving, if we don't put positive buying pressure on SBC Gold while SBC Gold is being accepted, then you will find the price will gradually drop. That adjusted price will drop, and then we'll close the acceptance window again. So keeping the window open really depends on the membership and their purchasing power in SBC Gold. The other thing we have going is our SBFC pre-buy. We haven't focused on that in a little while. There has not been a purchase in there for a little while, but we are approximately 26, almost 27% towards our goal of activating SBFC 2. And when we do so, it will be activated at the higher, I believe the price range that we're at right now is $35. So for every purchase of SBFC2, that brings us closer to our goal. But our membership currently is in the 7,000 range. So that brings us to a launch price of $35. So just keep in mind that SBFC 2 and SBC Gold are still options that we want to focus on for those who can. It's not mandatory, of course, but where we get traction in those areas, we can turn those programs back on. The next one I wanted to mention is the waterfall program. There has been very little activity in the waterfall program, despite the fact that it is available to members outside of our community. I don't know if it's been shared. That really has not been. I haven't seen anything in our Telegram groups that indicate that uh, the waterfall is being shared with anyone. But we are at our next stretch goal is 5,000. And at that 5,000 mark, that is when you're going to see those level 5 tiers being available. Of course, we have a lot of our members who have utilized some of their waterfall um, for SBC 10, and that is still a viable option for anyone out there. So if you just go to your contribution details page and select one of your slots that has an allocation in it, you can then assign that to an SBCBO address and pay for an account. So if you have more than $10 in allocation, you can definitely do so. So members that have that, there are over 200 members that have a sufficient allocation that are capable of doing an SBC 10 payment. So that is something that's in there. The funds need to continue to come in for the SBC waterfall program to continue. Like right now, it's got $50 worth of donations waiting to or contributions waiting to be allocated. We only allocate when it hits 100. So when it hits 100, it was typically hitting 100 a day. Then the rotator of the contributions, the next allocation goes fully through um, the entire waterfall. So with the size of the waterfall as it is right now, about $100 worth of contributions that comes in touches every single spot in the waterfall. So definitely remember that that is an option out there, both for if you've built up enough of an allocation and if you want to continue to utilize it. This is very similar to the Goodwill program, which I'll talk about next. Going to our blog, a lot of members are still contacting me directly regarding the Goodwill program, and they're sending me their hashes and they're doing everything without reading this blog. So the Goodwill program is going to be continuing. I can check on it right now. Its progress is it's $9,100, $9,144. So it is very close to its activation when it hits 10,000. The members that are enrolled in the Goodwill program are going to get activated, and that is going to give us a very significant boost um, in our membership. So keep in mind that that program is still out there, and check the Telegram group on a daily basis. There's updates. The SBC EDU, and today we're going to talk about a little bit more information on how the SBC EDU is going to launch in the month of April. So we're about 3 weeks away from the launch of the SBC EDU, and our educators have all been selected, and we've put a group together, and they've all agreed. They're currently putting together photos and biographical information that we will have a page, hopefully here in the next week, where you can go to the education pull down in the menu and select the 5 different languages that are available: Hindi, Filipino, um, Bangla, English, and French. So those 5 languages are going to be available. And when you click on those languages, you'll see the profile of the educator, and you will be able to read their history in the community and know who it is you're going to be receiving your education from. So going into the blog, the launch date is expected to be April 7th. There is only one caveat that might push the launch date out a week. The development team will be done on time. They'll be done a whole week and 3 days early for the education process, which is pretty good because usually the development team doesn't meet my deadlines. That has always been the case, even when we were in our previous iteration. But our development team is ready to meet that goal. So on the 28th, the educators are going to get a crash course in how to utilize our education processes. It's going to be very simple for the educators, and it'll be very simple for the members as well. The only other thing that could cause that date to go past April 7th and go to the following week is that I've been asked to meet the sponsors or a couple of the sponsors in a personal meeting. So I'm going to be traveling the first week of April, very likely. It might get postponed to a later date, but my intention is to make a sponsor visit during the first week of April, in which time we're going to discuss the structure of the private structure, the SBC private community structure, and we're going to announce or devise additional education modules that will be more specific towards the needs of the SBC community in preparation for the fund. So that's a possibility. As of right now, it hasn't been scheduled, so we're still planning to stay with April 7th. Okay, so going into the meat of this blog, we are excited to announce the launch of the first module of our educational series on April 7th, 2025. This initiative is a crucial step in preparing our private structure and the highly anticipated SBC private fund. To gain access, members must complete the required education modules. The first module, whether you call it a class, a session, or a lesson, will be introducing the SBC EDU, covering our history, our current status, and our goals. Every member seeking access to the SBC private fund must attend. Participation in and complete all modules. These modules will be held weekly, typically offering 3 to 4 modules per month, depending on content. So what to expect? The initial experience will resemble much like an elementary education, beginning with fundamental concepts before progressing on to advanced topics as we near the private fund's activation. The module duration is 20 to 30 minutes, and that is a self-paced learning, view at your convenience. So if you have random Tuesdays available, you can log into the SBC EDU and click on the next available module that you need to complete. And in 20 to 30 minutes, you go through the video, and then there's a brief assessment afterwards. We're calling it a questionnaire. A quiz is probably the easier way to do it. It's a 5-question quiz at the end of each module. It gives you a pass or fail status based on your quiz results. And if you do fail the test, failure means that one question was wrong, so you have to get all questions correct. Then you'll get up to 3 attempts to take that again. The questions will vary with each attempt, and this is to ensure comprehension. This is not a part where the member needs to be overly concerned about their how many times they don't get it right or how many times they have to take the test. It's an indication of what kind of information is being presented and how well it's being absorbed by the members. Although it's required for you to pass these modules to get to the next test, it's not going to be something that you need to stress over. And I will make sure that the educators are very clear on that during the first session. And again, the purpose is to assess members' understanding and the effectiveness of their educators. We've got a mic open somewhere. It's like we've got people that are not being let in either. Okay. Going back to our presentation. For those of you just joining, we're going over the blog, the SBC EDU, and we're down into the access part. So how to access the SBC EDU. So on April 7th, 2025, a new link will appear in your SBC BO account. That actually will be there in a couple of days. That link will be to the educators, and then beyond there, we'll go to your SBC EDU. You select your language, available in Bangla, English, Filipino, French, and Hindi. And then you choose the module, whichever module is available. You would start with the current module or incomplete modules if you are behind. You watch the presentation. Educators will guide you through key topics. 5 questions, and then afterwards, upon passing, you will get a translated in your language, selected a PDF that you can download, and you can store that PDF for future reference. The educators are required to host a live Q&A session each week as well. So that will be a time that's most efficient for them. They will record those Q&A sessions, and those Q&A sessions will be available for viewing. There will be no quiz on those Q&A sessions. So when you see your link to the video and you see your link to the PDF, if there's an available Q&A session, then there will be a link to that as well. In these Q&A sessions, you can ask any questions about any topic that is particularly relevant. There will be a minor review of the class itself. So the first 2 to 3 minutes might just be a review of what was discussed in the previous class, and then you've got the Q&A. Future modules will allow you to submit questions in advance. So one of the things that is very important is to be precise and concise. A lot of our members tend to ramp up their question with a scenario first, and then the question comes at the end with a lengthy scenario. So the question needs to be very concise, a few words of tell me more about this kind of something or other, rather than in-depth analysis of the question and then question to save time. Because the educator's time is going to be very valuable to them. So we want to make sure that the educators can get through their Q&A very quickly and respectfully of others. So in your Q&A session, we will have the ability for you to submit questions in advance, and the educators can look over those questions and call on the member who issued the questions, or they can or they can read the questions themselves and then answer them in the Q&A. Next topic, mandatory participation. So members must complete each module before moving on to the next. to the next one. So stay active and engaged is essential. So what that means essentially is that this is an educational process. If you missed the first month of school, you are expected to re you know to catch up somehow. So if you are a member that joins us in June, you'll have 8 modules that you'll need to go through before you're caught up with the rest of the community. So it's important to stay on top of these modules as they're issued, and it shouldn't be that much of a difficulty. So we are committed to involving and improving the educational experience, and educational educators have been selected from our community, and more will be added as needed. So if there are other languages that are required, we will add those as we see the community's need. Your commitment. The time is relatively just 20 to 30 minutes per module, and that's going to be 3 to 4 times per month. And there will be breaks. If there's a holiday in a week, we will take that week off. If there are extra Mondays in the month, then we may take the last Monday off. It really will depend on the educators and their schedule. Um, they may take off different weeks at different times. So the goal here is for 3 to 4 sessions every single month, and those sessions could depend on the educator's holiday schedule or whatever might be going on with them. But look for 3 to 4 times to spend 20 to 30 minutes, and then the questionnaire should only take you probably a minute or two. The next topic, we've gone over this before, but we'll go over it again. A little bit more refined in our definition here. Children and non-readers. Children that are 0 to 15 years old are not required to participate in the education process and the quiz, but they must be linked to a parent or guardian account who has passed that quiz. We are not going to allow abuse in this particular situation. So if you have 27 children, and you link them to your account, we're going to validate that. Most normal human beings have anywhere between 1 and maybe 12 children, but we understand that larger communities have larger families. So it's very likely and very possible that in order to get additional children slots underneath your parent or guardian account will just be validated. For those who are non-readers, you must understand a spoken language. There's no reason why you can't participate in the 20 to 30 minutes and get some assistance from another member. You can receive assistance in taking the quizzes, so somebody can help you through it. If you have a sponsor, obviously somebody is responsible for you in the community. If you are a member of the community, somebody's making your SBC BO payment for you, that person should be the one that goes through and assists you with the quiz process. So community support is encouraged and accommodations can be limited. Our goal is to ensure that all members are informed and empowered. While some may require additional support, we trust our community to help out with each other. So going down to the next section, the purpose of the SBC EDU is it aims to educate members about our community goals and our values and our direction. While longtime members may find the content easy, not all members are up to speed. So we frequently receive questions that could be answered by a simple reading of our blog for just 2 minutes. This program seeks to bridge that knowledge gap. It's going to be very important for a member of the SBC private community for you to know your legal standing and have access to these legally acquired SBC private funds accounts. So it's very important that you have an educational background and know where and when and how to utilize those funds, and in what standing and what capacity you have access to those funds. The next topic I'm going to briefly announce is super sponsors. So a new initiative that I've come up with is super sponsors, and that will be introduced after the SBC EDU launches after we've seen some participation in the community. These are experienced members who will assist other members in navigating the community, serve as a resource when sponsors are unresponsive, and organize community-specific support efforts. So we understand that in the communities of Bangladesh and India, there are multiple leaders that were not selected as educators, but certainly can be a super sponsor. Filipino in the English community and in the French community. And we know that one thing that I'd like to call out for is if we have any members that are in the Papua New Guinea community, they are extremely interested in rejoining our community. There are probably thousands of PNG members who are very eager to get back into um, the SBC community, and their main challenge is having access to USDT. And I wanted to also reach out to them that if you are in communication with me on Telegram and you're doing SBC 10, USDT is not the only currency that I can accept. I can accept BTC, LTC, Ethereum. I can accept any of those other cryptocurrencies if you contact me and we work through the process of doing that. So I know that USDT is how our website is set up, and USDT is the way that the website has to be set up. We can't go into BTC and Ethereum and LTC because the logistics for those are just too great. But if you are working with me one-on-one, I can assist you with those other cryptocurrencies. So if you are looking for an opportunity there, you can definitely come to me on Telegram. And the same thing goes for our Papua New Guinea members. They've been informed that if they might have a difficulty getting USDT, that if they could at least get BTC or LTC or even Ethereum, as they once did back in the old days of the community that they were a member of, they are certainly welcome to work that way. But we do need a leader in Papua New Guinea. And if there's someone in the community that's listening here that speaks English, and I believe that there might even be a native language there as well. I know that there's been leaders from the Philippines that have helped PNG before. Please reach out to me and I'll get you in contact with those people. So lastly, why now? Why are we doing this now? Our previous milestone was to reach 10,000 active members before launching the education process. However, waiting for this threshold will delay the process. As you know, we were very close to 10,000 members in December and January. In fact, if I were to go through and look at the members that were active over that period of time, there were over 10,000 members, but those members have not remained strong. Now, I understand that the delays month on month is when you're going to start to see a lot of activity in our community, and you're going to see everyone start to wake up. They're just waiting for us to hit 10,000. The people that are fence sitters really are waiting for us to hit 10,000. They want you to do it on your own. They want us to do that through organic growth. And then once we hit 10,000, that's when it's their indication that legal structure is starting, time's running out to get active and get participating in our community. So I really, really hope that we can get to 10,000 by the end of this month, particularly with the Goodwill program. I think that the Goodwill program is going to be going to be amazing. It's going to get us at least halfway or three-quarters of the way towards what's left in activations. But I really hope that we can get there because I'm very eager to move forward. I'm very, very excited to meet these sponsors. I will tell you that. So our previous milestone was 10,000, and we're going to do the education process now. This is before reaching the 10,000 members, but this does not eliminate the 10,000 member requirement for the private fund launch. So just because we are starting the educational process now does not mean that the private fund is going to come with our current membership or any additional effort in reaching that 10,000 members. So the SBC EDU participation requirements are: you need to be an active and participating member. Now you need to participate because there are classes, there's education to be had, and it is a can't miss opportunity. You need to have an activated account with USDT or SBC Gold. Admin credits are not valid for SBC EDU participation. And I'll go into the detail on what the admin credits were, where they came from. I've had people say, "Oh, well, I want an admin credit." We don't do admin credit. We haven't done admin credits in over a year, so we'll talk about that in just a moment. So you must have an SBC 10, an SBC Lite, or a full subscription, and you must pass each module in order to progress. So what are the admin credits? They were issued by the old administration as a compensation to some members. They are no longer available. They're not available to new members. They're not available to old members. In most cases, this doesn't apply. One of our Bangladesh leaders reached out to me and said, "Oh, well, who's on admin credits? Let me help them out." And there were only maybe 20 of the Bangladesh community that were on admin credits from the past. So I believe that they've converted those admin credits into active accounts. And simply to do that, if you log in and your account says admin credit, you just make SBC 10 payment, and that will convert whatever's remaining on your expiration into an active account. Just the last payment needs to be USDT or SBC Gold, depending on where you are in that process, and that will fix your admin credit and make it a full, active participant, and then you will be able to keep the end, whatever the expiration date is. So some admin credits are probably expiring this month. So in that process, making an SBC 10 won't extend you, but there are members who have admin credits that expire in June. So by making an SBC 10, your June now becomes July, and it continues on. So convert your admin credit to a fully paid. I just read this without actually reading it. So maintain an active status until your expiration date. This initiative is a critical step in our journey, and by engaging the SBC EDU, you're contributing to the growth, knowledge, and the future success of our community. And once again, the time is now. We are on that threshold of reaching 10,000. I believe that the Goodwill program is going to get us so close, if not over that goal. Meeting with the sponsor early next month. The SBC EDU is coming. There's a lot going on in our community, and the time is now. So going back to our dashboard, I'm going to turn it back over to Mbe at this point, and I'm hoping some of the selected educators that are in here might be listening and would like to speak, particularly about their excitement for this new process. So if there are any of our educators in the group, please raise your hand, and if you would like to speak, we'd like to hear from you right now. Hello, educators. I know they're in there.
All right. So raise your hands, and we have Fami Kieba. I think that is Innocent. I'm sure.
Yeah, this is Innocent. Bonjour, c'est vrai. Greetings, admin. Greetings for all the members here in the room. Admin, I'm very glad and so grateful for what you are doing now, because I know that it's not easy what is going on for all of people, because human beings don't like changes. When there are some changes and to make more better, nobody's want to follow. But the education system we are coming now is very powerful, because many members or many our members didn't understand clearly, even if is our SBC bill. Many of them they didn't know. Most of them they are calling every time another leaders to pay the admin fee. They don't know what is going on, but they just want to pay the admin fee and be online every day. But now some things had been adjusted. You have to pay your admin fee, be active, and then learn where you are going and what you have to do in this community. I tell you, this is a very wonderful thing. I am so happy to be a educator, and then I will try to do my best and let all the French community to follow all the great community we are trying to become. Thank you so much for all those things you are doing. This is my humble contribution I want to share with all the community today. Thank you again.
Thank you. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited for the educational module, and I know that you'll do fantastic. So uh, glad to have you on board.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Any other educator in our community here?
You want to raise your hand so that I can see you? We have Said.
Yeah, very good evening, admin, and very good evening to all the leaders here on board. Admin, actually, I'm very excitement to just like Mr. Innocent Keba said, like so the education system is very good improvement for our community. Like this, our community vision and mission has to know each and every member will understand our mission and vision, number one. And number two, each and every one will know their responsibilities, will learn their responsibilities. This is the second opportunity. And the third, the humanity where we are going and what they are doing, and they will know all these things and how they are going to change their life. All these things, they will know all these things. And I'm very excited, man, and giving me this opportunity, and very happy to teach all our Indian communities. But the one thing is here in our community, in Indian communities, is different types of languages here. So in the main language is Hindi, but many different states leaders could not understand the Hindi also. This is the one thing I'm thinking about this matter, and I hope you will understand this matter also, and you will do something about this matter also. And very soon, our community targets 10K, 10,000 member also will be completed, and we are working very hardly. Me and my team also from the India, Manipur also from and the others, many of the leaders who don't know what is the SBC full form also, even they don't know how to see the their balance rewards also, and even they don't know how to check the their expiry date also. All these things we are going to do some workshop for the 1 day or 2 day with Zoom meeting live or the offline, yeah, online. We are trying to teach them before the training session. So these things are we are facing here in India. So many leaders are turning on the positively now. So I hope our plan and our vision and mission will be successful as soon as possible. And I think my struggle and my thought and my tiredness will be finished after this training. Thank you, admin.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Do contact me though regarding the other languages in India that we would eventually bring on. So we're going to start with the 5 that we have now, but eventually, maybe within a couple of weeks, we would be able to bring on another educator in India with the language. So we just have to check to see how much impact that would have. So it's definitely something we'll check into.
Yes, Ed. Sure.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we have another person in the name of Dada. On you.
Good evening, admin.
Good evening.
Derek. And good evening to everyone in the house. I am K. Nasrullah Siddiqui Dadabhai from Bangladesh. I always uh, using my Bangla language from the first time of 2016. I am working here, and sincerely, continuously, I am in this community with 100% believe and faith in our mission and vision to eradicate poverty from the world. I believe it, and I am continuously working. I will try my best to follow admin and his rules and regulations, his laws, and I am working for the well-being of the humanity all over the world, not only for Bangladesh, not only for India, uh, but giving me this opportunity, admin. I am from my heart. I'm giving you a big thanks, and I am thanking every Bangla language using people from my heart. Uh, Once again, thank you, everyone. Thanks, admin. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Yeah, we're glad to have you aboard.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, and then we have the SBC champion.
Good evening, Mbe, and Gettings House, and also salute to our honorable admin. I'm a vice champion and
Amen.
ambassador of Bangladesh. Especially, I thanks to admin to introduce the SBC EDU before the completing of the 10K. This is the beauty of the completing the 10K. If we are starting our SBC EDU, people will be excited to join the session because they are in the dreams to get the funding in this year. Already, I talked all of my Bangladesh and also especially my many of the downlinks. They are very excited to getting the BC Edu very sincerely. And I want to share here because we are the upline. We are approaching to our mission and vision to the people and getting the membership from the field. But I have seen a lot of my downlinks and Bangladesh SBCians, they did not know what is our mission, vision, and how to handling the mobile phone, how to handling the my ID, and many of the people are not clear uh, what is the menu of our inside of our accounts. So that's why the SBC Edu is very important to educate the founders of our SBCs. So from the long time you have seen last 6 years I'm doing especially every week's uh, Bangladesh meetings, and I feel that Bangladesh is very required to get the uh, very very much knowledge about the community, about the system, about the SBC. So that's why SBC Edu will be the very important part to learn the system. So I'm here, inshallah, if I get the opportunity to teach my people, my country, I'll giving dedicatedly giving the teaching and guidelines to get the in details about our SBC community and also the operating the accounts for themselves because Again, I said that more than 95 people did not know how to operate the accounts, how to input the password and email, how to pay the payment, and if we are not giving them very clearly educations about the technology, about the system and operating, they did not get the funding to cash by himself. So this is the very important for us, because uh, for for the controlling my donations, for the for the make down the cash for my funding. So each and every SBCN should get the educated about all the things, all the matters of my accounts. So thank you so much to introduce very early the SBC Edu, and if I get the chance to teach them, first of all, it is very important for me to get the knowledge fast for myself. If I became an instructor for or the nations, for my country, for my language, but I should have to more learnings for myself. After then, I have to deliver to my country people. So this is the very good opportunity to myself, if I become the instructor, if I become the
The
teacher,
SBC
to
champion.
give to teach the, yeah,
All right.
I have to close
Yeah.
down.
Thank you.
Well,
Okay, so thank you
yeah,
so
thank
much.
you. One
Thank
thing
you,
that
thank
we
you so
can
much, admin.
do is in our education process, there will be some going through of the SBC BO and how to utilize it. We can take excerpts from that and make those publicly available through kind of like uh, a at will kind of you wouldn't be tested or quizzed on it, but if there's a part of a video that is done on a weekly basis that goes over how to make a contribution to the waterfall or something of that nature, or how to purchase SBC gold, we can excerpt that from the video and put it into a another education page as well. So that's something that we can do as we gain more content through our site.
Okay,
Last one, Augustine.
Right.
thank you, admin.
Thank you.
Mr. Augustine.
All right, thank you very much. And greetings, everyone. Admin, greetings, and Bederic, greetings, the house, greetings. I'm excited because a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. We've been on this journey for a while, and it's now time for us to get to that promised land. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Augustine, and I've been in our community for a while, one of our founding members. I've tried my possible best to lead Nigeria the best way possible, and I can say that, yes, God has helped me. Nigeria has been one of the most cooperative communities I've ever seen. Sometimes it has its ups and downs, but I'm sure, I'm certain, I am confident that Nigeria will continue to take charge over this community in membership because we have a very good plan. I want to also give my high regards to my friend and brother. His name is Obede. He has really served this community and is still serving. In the English version that I will be taking responsibility over, I will do my best to make sure that everyone is well informed. I'm going to do my best to make sure that everyone is able to go through with ease. I want everyone to be rest assured that this will be a very simple process. There will be no difficulties. However, whatever challenges that you are having, feel free to reach out. There will be me and there will be other people who will act as the super sponsors. Reach out to as many that you care, and we are sure to give you the best. Our intent is that before the end of this year, by the special grace of God, we should have access to these fundings. We need your help. Right now, we need your help. Let's put hands together. Let's make this a reality. Okay? And I want to use this opportunity to say thank you, admin. You have been more or less like a father in this community. You have really shown leadership. I'm learning from you. Thank you so much. So let me stop here. Cheers.
All right, thank you. And again, welcome aboard to all of our educators. And I look forward to our first week. It's just 3 weeks away, so it's going to be pretty exciting to get that started. All right, Mbe, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up.
Right.
Going a little bit longer today, but the message is clear. We're good.
It was important.
Yeah.
So that is it, guys. I think we have great things coming ahead of us. Let's keep pushing it until we break it. Okay. Admin, what should be our take-home message?
I think we're going to continue to use the time is now.
Okay. Everyone, I will give you the permission to unmute and say the time is now.
Time is now.
Now.
Time is 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 now.